Good morning. Hi everyone, my name's Jack. I am a digital designer and today we are going to be diving into the world of merch design while designing some merch for Mountjoy. This weekend I got to go see Mountjoy live and it was amazing. And before I went to the concert, I had the idea of making some merch for Mountjoy. So when I was there, I definitely took the time to go see what kind of merch that they already had. And this is one piece, this is a giant baby pink sweatshirt with like some cobalt blue detail, and I love this, and so I got this, and then my fiance got another piece. It's kind of like this acid wash, stone wash, I'm not quite sure, t-shirt. He got this one in an XL, and it has like a little Mountjoy hit on the left chest pocket like this one. And then it has, here, hold on. I don't know if you can see me or hear me, the audio might be terrible, but this is the sweatshirt. This is the back of the sweatshirt. Yeah, I love this. And then this is the back of the t-shirt. As you can see, the shirt and the sweatshirt are quite bold and using pinks and purples and blues, and this almost looks like glow in the dark at night. It's very vibrant. So that was really cool to see because that's, I guess, more of something that I would have wanted to design. I'm actually quite surprised with how bold the sweatshirt and the shirt are, because when you look at their vinyls, they have all of these really intricate designs, small illustrations on this one too, and I get the color inspiration, especially with the second album. There's like the hues of the blue, pink, and purple in here, and so having that reflect in the merch, I get it. However, it's just such a different feel to me with this and then their vinyl covers, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I wanted to kind of go down more of that route and have their merch kind of emulate what I saw on their vinyl covers and other merch that I've seen them do in the past. So I guess the next step would be to head on over to Pinterest so I can show you a little bit of my mood board so you can visualize and understand the direction that I want to go in a little bit better. All right, this is a Pinterest board that I have put together for Mountjoy, of kind of like a mood board, the beginnings of a mood board, if you will, to just get an idea of where I wanted to go. If you look down here, this is an example of an illustration that was done for Mountjoy that's been repeated on a lot of their merch. And as you can see, it's like there's a lot of color, there's a lot of detail, there's a lot of funk to it. Even down here you can see this is again their vinyl cover. Their merch for a little bit kind of had a theme to it, and I wanted to take that and combine it with some of the other styles and just like combine a bunch of styles together and see what we can really make. None of these are particularly my style, so I want to just like put some things together and experiment a little bit and see what I can make. I'm gonna take about 10 minutes to brainstorm a few different pieces of merch that I could make and a few different ideas that I can come up with based off of their albums and their music. I think that I'm going to lean more towards the second album and maybe pull from the lyrics in there to come up with some stuff, just because there are just so many different areas of inspiration within their first album with like the song titles and the lyrics. Like there are just so many ideas that I can come up with from their first album that other people have also already come up with. So I kind of just want to take a minute and brainstorm some stuff and see if I can more so pull from the second album and see where we can go with this. So I will be back. Angels smoking cigarettes on the rooftop and fishnets in the morning while the moon's still glowing. So a few pieces that I have in mind are a bandana, matches / Zippo, a t-shirt, sweats, a crew neck, slip mat. That's something that goes under a record if you're not familiar. hat, croc buttons, and stickers. Some inspirational, some images that I have in my mind from lyrics are Girl with Eyes Like Sinking Balloons from Every Holiday. That one just gets me. A bug looking at texts from Bug Eyes. Something Involving My Vibe. That's my favorite song on the entire album, so I just want to incorporate that somehow. And then Heart Burning Over a Fire is from a lyric from Come With Me. So all of these are from the second album, so I want to see if I can combine those or pull from different ideas and come up with some genuine concepts to go with. So I started to think about more in depth of what I would want. So maybe a brown crew neck with Mount Joy hit on the wrist right here, and an embroidered piece on the chest. Maybe creating a Zippo that can be related to the song Death. Maybe a skeleton smoking an old tobacco pipe or something. And then, I also thought of a t-shirt with vector heads of every band member and Bigfoot just in there as well. I think that would be really fun. But right now, I really want to get started on the concept of from Bug Eyes, so a bug looking at texts. So I'm just going to create a fun illustration and then see how I can incorporate that into one of these pieces of merch that I have in mind. So I'm going to get going on that. Hi, it's me forgetting to hit record for the Bug Eyes drawing, so I apologize. So basically right now I have a rough sketch of what I want the bug to look like that's reading its text. So now I'm just going in and cleaning it up a little bit and making some thinner lines and making sure that it's exactly what I want. I created this color palette based off of this inspirational photo to the right. I think that it's really fun and brings in a more colorful palette to what their merch typically looks like. Also, I'm sorry, my computer is going to explode again. But I'm kind of using that as a reference photo for this, for the colors and like how to really illustrate a room, because I don't really usually do that. So as long as you guys are doing this for fun and not for monetary purposes, I personally don't think that there's anything wrong with taking inspiration from other people's work as long as it's not an exact replica. But that's my stance on it. I'm sure other artists have different ideas about it, and legally there's something within that, but this is just for a YouTube video, just for fun, so I'm not quite sure how it goes, but I do want to let you guys know that this is based off of another illustration. I'm so sorry about the audio for this with my computer, but I am just creating a cute little poster just to put Mount Joy's name in here somewhere so that people know that it's directly related to them. I am just going to quickly finish up some little bit of details, and I will show you the finished illustration when I'm done. Okay, so I have bug eyes completed in terms of an illustration. And before I get started on how I'm going to add that into merch, I want to move on to the girl with eyes like sinking balloons, and really see if I can make something cool out of that. I have a very specific image in my head. For a while I've been following this artist called Amanda Orleander, I think is how you say her name, and she has some very wonderful, unique illustrations that she's made, or paintings I believe they are, and I really love it. It's not in my vein at all, but some of her images portray this like realistic feeling of how to see these people. Like, obviously they're illustrations, but it just feels so real and raw. And the song Every Holiday also feels real and raw to me. So I want to use her style of illustration as an inspiration and mix it with what I have and go from there. So I'm going to get started on that right now. And I'm excited to see this little brainchild come out. I'm making these balloons. The line is eyes like sinking balloons, and that just, I feel like paints such a picture. And I can't do inflated balloons because they're sinking balloons, but I don't want them to be like drooping over fully, so I'm kind of giving it this wavy effect so that you get the idea of this being the symbol for the sinking balloons. Every holiday, the song is set around Christmas time, and it's about kind of, my interpretation of the song is kind of about being in a relationship that potentially maybe you just aren't ready to give up yet, but probably shouldn't be together, maybe a long-term one. And it's about getting through those holidays where you're with your family and everyone's asking you, like, when are you gonna get married? When's the next step? And you guys are both just kind of like, realizing like there isn't going to be a next step. It's such a sad song, but I'm setting up kind of a Christmas, I am setting up a Christmas backdrop. So that's what I will be doing in the background. Also, if you aren't capping your strokes, I don't know how many times I've said this, but like you have to. Like, I'm going to be doing it for all of my strokes, but like, don't leave a flat edge to your stroke. Go into your stroke settings and change it to a rounded edge, as well as when you have corners, change that to be a little bit rounded too, or else sometimes you get this like crazy sharp line. So I, again, am doing what I like to do, which is add in some lyrics to the image, just kind of sprinkling them in there, if you will. And so on a streamer behind them, I'm writing "Merry Christmas, Babe," which the lyric is "Merry Christmas, babe, I hope we make it through." Oh, God, it's like a dagger to the heart. I just finished every holidays illustration and I love it so much. There's so many little pieces in there that I intentionally put, and it's just, I'm glad it's out of my brain because I couldn't stop thinking about it. But while I have 1,011 ideas for the type of merch that I could make for Mountjoy, I'm burning out, so I think that I'm going to just do one last idea, and I think I'm going to make it some hand lettering because I love the way that looks on merchandise, incorporating my vibe and Mountjoy, and seeing how I can mix and match that to create some merch as soon as I start to mock it up. So I'm going to quickly do that, and then we will get into actually mocking the merch up, and that's when everything starts to come together. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm pulling from the kind of balloon aspect where there was a little bit of a highlight for writing Mountjoy and adding that to the phrase Mountjoy, just to give it a little bit more of like a rounded, bubblier feel, and also tie it back into the balloons. Hello, good morning. It is the next day, and to be honest, guys, I'm not feeling super well. I don't know if it's evident on my face, but I really want to finish this because I want to be able to post on Thursday, so we truck along. So, I'm not entirely sure where we left off, so we did some illustrations for the Sinking Balloon-Eyed Girl. I also did the illustration for Bug Eyes, and I made some custom lettering for just Mountjoy and my vibe. I have like 7 other ideas I want to do. I just don't have enough time, so those might just have to be some side passion projects. But since we have these, I'd really like to get into the mock-up phase of this. So that brings me to today's sponsor, Envato Elements. Envato provides access to fonts, mock-ups, photos, video templates, website templates, so many different things, and you also get a license for each of those assets. So even when your subscription ends with Envato, your license still remains, which I think is really awesome. And if you're interested in what Envato has to offer, feel free to click the link in my description and you will get 50% off of an annual subscription. That means you have access to everything for less than $20 a month, which is pretty cool to me. So I am going to be actually jumping onto Envato's site right now and sourcing some mock-ups for these merch designs. So we are going to head over there, get a few of them, and get designing some mock-ups. I'm excited, so let's get into it. So now that we are on Envato's site, I have a couple different mock-ups that I already had pulled up that I went through. So as you can see here, I have a trendy hat mock-up that I'm thinking of using. So to backtrack a little bit, to back up a bit, I my vision for what I wanted for the merch was very specific to who I think Mountjoy's listening audience is. And I also think that that's really important moving forward in general, when you are making merch, is to think about who's going to buy it. What kinds of products would they be interested in having? These hats are pretty popular among like the outdoorsy community. So I think adding those in would be really awesome. And then also, I think bucket hats would just be fun. And that's more for me and me wanting to mock up a bucket hat. But I do feel like these are just trendy in general, but also like trendy in the outdoors community too. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't really care. I want to mock up some bucket hats. And then here, just some good old fashioned t-shirts. Everyone wears t-shirts. And then stickers, slap those on a water bottle, slap those on the back of your Subaru. And then in addition to that, I already have mock-ups sourced for a crew neck, bandana, and sweatpants. Okay, well, let's get into it. So we might be seeing a lot of the same design used over for these, used multiple times for these mock-ups, but that's kind of what merch is like anyway. It's about like reusing assets. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to go and what we can make. Okay, I have the mock-ups for the merch all finished up, and here they are now. Those are the mock-ups complete. I'm happy with the way they turned out. I think that I was hoping to maybe get a few more pieces done or a few more styles or illustrations, but I'm just not feeling too good. So maybe there might be a part 2 to this if you guys want it or anything like that, where I have more ideas for it. But for right now, I'm pretty okay with how this turned out, and I would personally buy some of the merch. So I think that's job well done. But anyway, let me know what you guys think, and as always, if you have any tips or tricks that can better my process, I would love to hear them. I will see you guys next Thursday, and I hope you have a good rest of your night.